Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Owlchemist Tarot, serving tarot straight up. So I have tried to film this video 3 times. So I already had cards laid out, but I realized that the recording didn't work, and then a time before that something happened and the audio was off. So I am not going to shuffle because I already have the cards out, but I'm going to go ahead and explain what we're doing this month. So for November, we're going to do overall energy, then advice, obstacles, and then a card for each week, and then some information energy around money, career, and love. Okay? So out of the gate, Sag, we got Page of Pentacles. So what I would say is that the name of the game for this month is slow and steady wins the race. The things that you're putting out there, the work that you're doing, even if it's small, whether that's even researching, just looking into something, looking at paperwork, seeing what the process is. But the seeds of intention that you're planting now can grow into something massive later. So don't think that the minor, even the small things that you're doing are not going to add up. It's almost like the compounding effect, okay? So, and that could be something even simple as in changing your routine in the morning where you get up, don't even look at social media, do some morning affirmations, work out for 30 minutes, and then start to work. Whatever the case is, those small little things are going to add up to something very big. Now, advice, actions, things that could be coming up. Now, time is fluid, so I can't tell you necessarily when, but the Fool card came out. So this is about a new beginning, new mindset. This is about approaching life very much with this open-hearted state, that you are going in with eyes wide open, that you're adventurous, that you're just seeing, you know, where the wind takes you, basically. Now, yes, this can also say that there is a little bit of naive type of outlook to life. However, the thing is that, you know what, we don't have everything planned out. And you know what, we don't know what's going to happen. We can't foresee every little thing. But this is about taking and approaching life very differently and being open-minded and having an open heart and being grateful and living more in the present moment. And I think even what I was saying earlier, just the small things that you're doing in your material world, where it's maybe you are making sure your health and well-being is number one. Maybe you, instead of drinking coffee, you've switched to green tea. Whatever the case is, it's helping you look at things a lot differently because you're starting to put your mind, body, and soul as a priority. Now, obstacles that could come up this month, and it could happen into the next, like I said, or it's something you've already been experiencing. The Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. Now, Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter energy, and Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So one thing that I will say is that I think things that have been stuck, delayed, and yes, I'm filming this on November 1, so it certainly could be because the Mercury retrograde energy, but not to lose faith. Just because you plant the seed doesn't mean that you're going to be able to eat the fruit the next day. So when you make even changes to yourself, you may not see the effects right away. So keep at it. Don't lose faith and be consistent, okay? Consistency is key. Excuse me. Okay. For week 1, 7 of Cups came out in reverse. Now, what I will tell you is that you might, if you've been waiting, let's say you've been putting job applications out there, or you've been trying to put in, you know, applications for a loan, or whatever the case is, you might not see a lot of things popping off the first week, but that doesn't mean to lose faith. Remember, when things don't work out, if it's a no or if there's a delay, you're being protected. If there's a no, there's a much better opportunity on the horizon. You've got to stay positive, stay in the present moment. And also, the right opportunity, the right job, whatever the case is, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, the right opportunity is going to come at the right time. So don't lose faith. Just try to stay as grounded as possible, okay? Second week, we got 6 of Wands in the upright. something is going to be coming in probably the second week. So it's really important not to lose faith, because you never know when that, you know, when something wonderful is going to happen to you. And it may not happen the first week, but it could happen the next. The second week is Six of Wands, is all about celebration, success, confidence, triumph. So, you know, and when we get that win, when we get that really positive good news, everything that we went through prior seems to not be as important, or it doesn't feel as intense anymore. So I feel like whatever you're looking for, there's going to be a lighter weight off your shoulders on the second week. And I hope you can stay with me. I hate to say if this is jumbled, but I'm having a very hard time speaking in Mercury retrograde. Now, Knight of Pentacles, this is about putting in the work. Now, slow and steady is it, because Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, but it's also the most methodical. This type of energy is about laying every single brick very specifically, very detail oriented, very strategically, because you're building your foundation for the future. So whatever you're doing now, be meticulous in detail, because the things that you put into and the attention you put into something now, like I said, can grow into great dividends later. That's the third week. Sorry, I'm jumping around. The third week. So the third week, you're going to probably start to see that there is more work that you have to put into something. That there is, you know, whether it's having to get different certifications, or having to become licensed, or having to do more training that you didn't anticipate. Maybe you're going to have to invest more in the front end, and it will be returned to you later on. But there are some things that you're going to have to, you know, the workload is going to be a little bit more intense in week 3. So just FYI, know that this is for your greater good, and it's something that's going to help you be a lot more, it's going to put you in a better place in the future. Okay, Four of Wands in the reverse for week 4. Now, for some of you on the home front, there could be an adjustment that you're working through. Maybe it is because, you know, and I feel like this could be more work related, that you're having to spend more time and focus on, you know, really fine-tuning a skill, or becoming more of an expert in something. And that time away from friends and family has maybe taken a little bit of a toll in week 4. Now, this is something I want to point out, because, you know, here in the States, many people celebrate Thanksgiving, or at least time with family around the end of the month. So this could be where, instead of putting all of your attention into work, this is about putting some of that focus on friends and family, because they need to see you. They need to know that you care. And sometimes that lack of attention is being perceived as something else. So in this week 4, you might want to, again, step away from work, or step away from whatever you're doing, the side hustle, or whatever you're doing, and focus on friends and family, because I feel like some people's feelings might be a little hurt and they haven't said anything, and maybe they have. But the home front the energy's a little thick, okay? All right. For money, 5 of Cups. Now, this is beautiful mermaid, and she is completely focusing on the cups that are spilled in front of her, and not focusing on the 2 that are next to her. So when it comes to money, there might be a situation this month where, unfortunately, an expense that you did not foresee, and this feels more either like a home expense or a car expense that, again, kind of happened out of nowhere, very unexpected, and that was probably a little bit more costly than you originally anticipated. So if you're watching this earlier on in the month, I would recommend making sure that, you know, you get your furnace tuned. Is that the right thing? Serviced. You don't tune a furnace, for God's sakes. Get your furnace serviced, or blow out your sprinklers, or, you know, tune up your car. There might be something that you can do ahead of time, but with money, I do feel like there might be an out-of-pocket expense that you were not anticipating, and it was a little bit more than you thought. But the thing is, too, is that, look, money comes and goes, and money is energy. So this is not to be, you know what, something like that was probably going to happen. The timing would have never been great. So look at the positive for it. And, you know, maybe it's because you're working from home and you didn't come home to a basement full of water. You know, you were able to cut off the water before it got too severe. Or you were able to handle something right away because you're actually physically present. So try to take the positive off of that. But I can say that for some of you, there could be an out-of-pocket expense that you were not anticipating. Career. Sagittarius, I feel like for a lot of you, you know, with the death card in reverse, I feel like many of you feel very stuck in your work situation. Now, for some of you, either you are contemplating on quitting or leaving or going somewhere else because maybe you don't feel valued, or you just are just not happy. The growth opportunities that were once available or promised to you are just not, and you feel like you're getting the runaround, and or there are lessons that you fail to work on as a professional. For instance, maybe you tend to never take credit for your work and you get stepped on. Maybe you are always taking more work than your other, you know, teammates, and you have such a heavy workload that you can't even see straight. You're carrying the weight for a lot of other people, Sagittarius, and it's starting to create issues. So this is a lesson where you need to delegate. If that's the case, you need to know when to say no, and you also need to take credit for the work that you're doing. So you need visibility too, and you need to get accolades, and you need to get recognized for all of your talents. But when you stay quiet in the background and just let other people take, you know, the initiative or credit for a lot of things that you have done or your ideas, that's going to start to weigh down on you. Love. Okay, so love. We got Queen of Cups, and you know, Queen of Cups is all about wearing your heart on your sleeve, and it is showing them that vulnerable side of you, whether that is, you know, with friends and family, or just in general, that maybe you're becoming more emotionally open, whether you're in a relationship or you're thinking about wanting to be in a relationship. Maybe the tides have turned where if you're single, you're starting to be a lot more open to dating. And if you are going to be dating, it's very much for, you know, the future, the long term. It's not about just, you know, wasting time or, you know, doing it because you're bored. You're dating with a little bit more of a purpose. If you are in a relationship or marriage, I think a lot of you are going to start to come together. And by the way, this is a time of year where, you know, it is about friends and family, and there's more important things that we can all be doing and thinking about. So I really feel like as a family or as a unit or as a couple, you're going to start to kind of rekindle what makes that other person so special to you. Sagittarius, a lot of great stuff going on for November. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, leave a comment. And if not, if you're not already following me on TikTok and Instagram, please do so, because I do daily pulls there and other readings, and it's good to just get all the information you can. If you're interested in a personal reading, Sag, go ahead and click my website because all my details are there. Thank you guys so much, and have a wonderful, wonderful November.